PV Chinnatampi and Pak Muralidharan, who garnered national attention for starting the Akshara Arts and Sports Library in a tribal hamlet, face ostracization from the community. It was in July that a small library set in a remote tribal settlement in Kerala received special mention in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat address. Now 4 months on, the promoters of Akshara Arts and Sports Library in Idukki's Eddamalakadi, located in the Anamudi Reserve Forest, have been ostracized from the hamlet, allegedly over a 2014 book authored by one of them. The ostracization involves many elements of the structural violence of casteism, and denies PV Chinnatampi and Pak Muralidharan, the promoters of the library and their families, any kind of involvement with the affairs of the unique Mathuvan tribal community. Eddamalakadi is entirely comprised of the Mathuvan tribal community, making it Kerala's lone tribal panchayat. Mathuvans are a reclusive tribe, zealously loyal to their ancient codes and customs. The two men shot into the national limelight after Magsays award-winning journalist P. Senath visited the library and wrote in detail about the way they contributed immensely to the cultural, educational and social awakening of Eddamalakadi. While tea shop owner Chinnatampi belongs to Mathuvan tribal, Muralidharan, a primary school teacher, is the only non-Mathuvan tribal in Eddamalakadi and has spent over 30 years servicing the people of the remote hamlet, which shares a border with popular tourism destination Mannar. Community members have received dictates to even stay away from funeral proceedings of the family of the two men. As per the dictate, Chinnatampi and Muralidharan and their families will also not be allowed to be buried in the hamlet. Children and their parents via Pukolkudi area of Eddamalakadi have already been warned against attending classes of Muralidharan and eating from the tea stall run by Chinnatampi. Local Panchayat President Govind Araj has informed us a No Orukuttam community meeting was held under his chairmanship and the Orukuttam decided to ostracize us. Ostracization is anti-constitutional and so the Panchayat President violated the basic human rights concerns. We will meet the local affairs minister seeking steps to disqualify him, said Chinnatampi, adding that his fight is now to end the practice of ostracization among tribals in Kerala forever. Chinnatampi reached Thiruvananthapuram on Monday to make representations to Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Tribal Affairs Minister Akbalan. Muralidharan's 2014 book The Trigger? According to him, the ostracization follows large-scale misinformation spread by vested interests from outside the Mathuvan community members about the contents of the 2014 Malayalam book Eddamalakadi or Emporulam Eddamalakadi, The Land and Its Realities, authored by Muralidharan and published by Kottayam-based Sahajya Pravartaka Cooperative Society. Chinnatampi said it was the first book on the past, present and future of tribal people living in the lone tribal Panchayat of Kerala, and it narrates the Mathuvan life through first-person account of Muralidharan. Vested interests, he said, have taken 3 paragraphs of the book out of context and interpreted the constructive criticism based on real facts as an attempt to malign the reputation of the community. Without reading the book and knowing how it supports the Mathuvans and their struggles for survival, the community members are acting to the tunes of outsiders, alleged Chinnatampi. It appears that certain quotes attributed to anthropologists in the book are what community members have found objectionable. These include quotes suggesting that the community would be wiped out soon due to growing infertility among the Mathuvan tribe, owing to excessive consumption of oral contraceptive pills by both married and unmarried women to avoid menstruation. During menstruation, the women have to stay in specially made isolated huts named Vulapparais to avoid contact with the rest of the family. After childbirth, the mother and the infant are made to stay in the Vulapparais for 40 days, risking elephant attacks. These rules are strictly enforced among the Mathuvans, causing girls to delay menstruation by taking contraceptive pills. Vested interests had told my own people that it was I who gave damaging details about the community to Muralidharan. The ostracization is for my wife, children and I. A widower, Muralidharan would not have to face much trouble as his children are living outside Eddamalakadi. My wife is asking me what would happen if they keep our dead bodies unattended. There were such instances of keeping dead bodies of those ostracized unattended in the past, he said. Chinat MP and Morali Dharan alleged that the conspiracy against them was hatched with the active involvement of some non-tribal officials and teachers working in Edimal Akadi, whose corruption and misdeeds have been exposed by the duo in the recent past. The book was published in 2014. There was no voice of protest then. Only now, they are turning against us, said Morali Dharan, who swears the book has nothing objectionable against the Mathyavans and he continued to respect them. We have been the watchdogs of Edimal Akadi on projects and programs being implemented in health, sanitation, construction, food and education areas. So the contractors and non-tribals active here are apprehensive about our anti-corruption platform. We will fight the ostracization with all our efforts. Hope the Chief Minister and Human Rights Commission will act in our favor, said Chinat MP. To reach Edimal Akadi, one would have to trek through 18 kilometers of dense forests from Petamudi near Manna to reach the tribal settlements. Edimal Akadi is a cluster of 28 tribal settlements scattered in the 106.19 square kilometers reserve forests. The Akshara Arts and Sports Library, the remotest in the state, has 1,600 books.